What is going on, you guys? This is Justin back here with another video, and today we are going to be reviewing Eli Roth's Clown from 2015. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Alright, you guys, so today we are going to be reviewing Clown by Eli Roth. This movie was crazy. It was insane. Whole lot of different things. I rate movies on a scale from 1 to 10. So 1 being horrible, 5 being average, 10 being so good it transcends genre boundaries. But this movie I'm going to give a 5. I thought it was average. It was just like any other movie I've ever seen. But the synopsis for this movie is: when the clown hired to host his son Jack's birthday party withdraws, Kent McCoy has to don a clown costume. And however, he cannot get this clown costume off, so he is forced to endure taunts from his co-workers. So yeah, this movie was different. It's kind of like Terrifier in a way. Terrifier, Pennywise, you know, all the good clowns in the world. But yeah, movie starts off fairly simple. Starts off with the son's Jack's birthday party. Wife calls him. She's like, hey, like, the clown canceled. So, I don't know what to do. Kent, he is a realtor, so he was at this house. And ironically enough, he went to go look through the clothes, and there's a clown suit. So he puts it on, and he's the clown. I think his name's Demo or something. But he came through, he's like, hey, it's me, Demo the clown. Like, what do you say? Blah, 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 blah. And, you know, whole night goes by, and he's trying to take this clown suit off, and it won't come off. So he thinks, all right, well, I'll sleep, take it off in the morning. Well, he tries to take it off in the morning, and it is stuck. So his wife takes a pair of pliers, and she pulls on the nose, and it rips, like, this part of his nose off, like the very, like, bridge of his nose right there. And it's just, like, leaking. So he's forced to go to the emergency room. So, next day at work, he's trying to get this clown costume off, and the clown costume, it's almost like invincible. So he takes a razor blade, and he's trying to cut the suit like this so he can rip it, and he slits his wrist open. So, he goes home, obviously he wraps it up, and he's trying to figure out how to do this. So for the next couple of days, he's stuck at work looking like a clown, which is probably the funniest part of this movie. So after that, we move into the second half of the movie, and the dad goes back to the house where he found this clown costume, and he contacts the owner of the house that he's doing renovations on. And the man's name is Carlson, and he's like, oh God, like, you have that clown suit on? Because he doesn't even know he has it on at first. He's like, well, whatever you do, don't put that clown suit on. Don't do it. Well, the dad already has it on, so he says, come over and we'll talk about it, okay? So the man named Carlson, he invites the dad, which is Kent, over to his house to, you know, have tea or whatever. And the dad's like, okay, like, let's get straight to the point. How do I get this thing off? And Carlson says to him, he goes, you gotta kill yourself. And the dad's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I am not going to kill myself. I have a wife, I have a son at home, I have a family, I have to provide for them. And he's like, there's no, like, better way to put it. Like, you're turning into a demon. And the dad's like, okay, you're crazy. So Carlson says he's going to get tea. He comes back with a big machete, and he's trying to kill the dad. And, you know, the dad's fighting him off. He eventually knocks out Carlson, and he puts him in the back of his car. He goes home. He's like, hey, like, he's talking to his wife on the way home, right? And he's like, I'm coming home. Like, we have to go to the police station. We have to say this guy tried to kill me. So I believe it was his brother-in-law and his sister-in-law that were over, and same with his father-in-law. So they're all trying to figure out where Kent went, and Kent was gone. So they're having like a search party. Well, he's trying to, the brother-in-law comes up to him, and he like snaps the brother-in-law's arm in half, like not on purpose. It was like an accident. Like, he's turning into this like demon type of thing. So he's like gaining all the strength. So he runs away basically, and Carlson, he gets out, and the dad, he's hiding at this he goes to hide out in the woods. And this guy stops because he sees the dad in the woods, and he's like, hey, man, like, you need help? So he leaves the Jeep door open, and he's coming out. So I think Kent, which is the dad, he knocks out that dad of the Jeep, and he goes and he eats that guy's kids. So now he's fully Killer Clown. Like, he's all Pennywise now. He's eating kids. So after that, he goes to hide out to this hotel. And when he eats the kids, he doesn't know because it's the clown that's in his body that's taking it over. Like, that's the clown feasting, not the dad. So he goes to this hotel and he buys like these basically razors, the electric razors. And he sets them up for basically a death trap where it's like this. So there's a razor on this side, a razor on this side, and there is this chair. Well, there's this little boy there. He's seen him, and he thinks he's a clown. Well, the little boy sneaks in while Kent is trying to off himself. And Kent falls down. He completely misses the thing. The blades come out of the thing and go right through the little boy's chest. So Kent walks up to the door. He peeks out. Obviously, he sees nobody's there. So he takes the little boy and he starts eating him, which is crazy if you ask me. So now we are moving on to the final part of the movie. Carlson, which was the guy that tried to kill Kent. Kent is the clown. Carlson is the guy that's trying to stop the clown. And we finally meet Kent's wife. Her name is, let me see, Meg. So Meg is trying to get in touch with this Carlson guy because she believes that he's the only one that can help her save her husband, but she wants to do it in a way where he doesn't have to die, right? So she's like, where do you think you could find a clown this type of night? It's midnight, like, you can't find him anywhere. Well, Carlson says, oh, let's go to the arcade. I bet you he's there. So they go to the arcade, right? Well, obviously, he is there because it's a carnival-themed arcade, ironically enough. And we cut to the scene of Kent. He's in the play place, right? So he's trying to get these kids, and this little brother, he's looking for his other brother. And he's like, hey, like, Mom says we gotta go. So the big brother, he defends his little brother from Kent, because Kent has a little brother. He takes the little brother, and the big brother gets away, and he eats the little brother. So now everybody knows there's a killer clown in the place, because there's bloody body parts going everywhere. So, eventually, Kent, Carlson, and Meg, they all meet up at one place, and Carlson tries to kill him, but Meg stops him, and Kent gets away, and it's just a crazy thing. So Meg meets up with Kent, like, she bumps into him again, right? And she goes like, how can I get my husband back? Like, please give me my husband back. And the clown says in Kent's voice, he goes, meet me at our favorite place, babe, and bring a kid. So she finds this little girl this little girl walks up to her car. She's asking for help, right? Obviously, she's scared. There's a killer clown. She doesn't want to get eaten. So she's knocking on Meg's door. She's like, hey, like, my parents aren't here. I noticed you from school. I know you work at school. Can you help me? So Meg is like, oh, like, he needed a kid. He needed to meet at this place. So, yeah. So she takes him there. Police come. The girl gets scared off. It's all crazy. Then the clown says to Meg, he says, you know what? I said I wanted one more child, and, you know, I'm going to eat your kid, Jack. I know where he is. He's at the house with the dad. So the clown comes to the dad's house, the grandpa's house, and he basically kills off the grandpa. So he's trying to get this kid. And you guys, believe me when I say this was one of the stupidest endings for a horror movie I've ever seen. This movie was good. It was good. Had one of the stupidest endings, though. They were making you think that the dad was going to eat the son. But then the wife changes. let's just call him the clown now. The wife chains the clown up to a water heater and takes a sledgehammer to his head. Just pops all over the place. That's it. Gone. So yeah, that's why I gave it a 5 out of 10. It was average. I thought it had a stupid ending. I was gonna go with the 4 originally, but you know, it made me laugh. And when a movie makes me laugh, I'll give it extra points. So yeah, that was Clown by Eli Roth. I believe it came out 2014, 2015, somewhere around that time. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was decent. If you guys watched this, let me know down in the comments below. As always, you guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, stay groovy, stay safe, and keep your people safe. Remember, God is good all the time. It has been Justin. Let me know what you guys thought about this movie down in the comments below. And I'm out. Peace.